bat dance.
Anyway, at the bat dance, Christina did all the photography, and she's awesome.
She is.
And she's going to do a shoot for us, so we'll have new photos for our intro sometime soon.
Yeah, we need
some. So, Scary Perry, he's our producer. You'll have to recut that, Perry. Thanks.
Like recut what? Oh, like do
just
a new
re-edit
intro.
it. Re-edit
I thought you meant like all of this. I'm like, we're live though.
I have a story for you, and of course for you guys. I was at Costco last week. Okay. Now I like Costco because when I go to Costco, I got my hood up, I got my headphones in, I'm listening to music or a podcast, whatever.
Smart. I never thought to do that.
Amazing. Good times. Strolling along, somebody goes, Jason Piercy! I was like, I'm clearly trying to be like avoid everybody in the world. So I take my headphones out and I look over and there's this woman and she's, come here. So I go over and I talk to her and she said, now, I think an important part of this is that I've been doing the Out of the Fog now for like, this is I guess 4 years, maybe? We've done how many episodes of Sam and Jason?
Like 4?
This is 4, right? Isn't it? Yeah. She said she watches Sam and Jason. And she didn't know me from Out of the Fog. She knew me from Sam and Jason Unfiltered. Anyway, no, don't be such a hero just yet. She said that I needed to tell you to get your shit together and interrupt me more like a good woman should.
Wow, we're just coming out like fire.
Hard, that's what she said. What do you say to that?
Like a good woman should. So does that mean like good women stand up for themselves or good women interrupt men?
I can only assume that it's like, you don't need the mansplaining foolishness. You don't need me to...
Okay,
right?
Really, for me, I feel like we're already there. I feel like that's like going backwards. I feel
you
like...
and I?
No, in women in general. I feel like we've already progressed quite a bit to the point where we're speaking our mind, we're interrupting.
So calling it out as something you should do more is like retro?
Is she living in St. John's, Newfoundland?
I mean, she lives in Newfoundland. This is her, Susan.
I guess that doesn't really matter, but I feel like it's a little bit of like thinking in like old school.
Well, I think she was probably just being funny, really.
Yeah.
And
so I'll interrupt you way more this time.
Are you done?
No.
And would you like anything to say? Anything else you want to do? Actually, maybe I could just...
No.
No? Okay, so anyway, Suzette, it was nice to meet you. Thelma, Suzette's partner, nice to meet you also. They are from Dead Man's Cove, which apparently has like the most beautiful beaches in all of Newfoundland.
Well, thank you for the suggestion.
Wonderful
I will definitely, I interrupt you all the time.
Well,
So,
we're going to see how
I'm
it goes.
just being polite on live television.
Here's what we'll do. Last week, we weren't live last week. There was no Sam Jason Unfiltered last week because I had another obligation with Rogers TV through the Frosty Festival in Mount Pearl, because everybody knows that I'm like...
Don't even get me started.
The Mount Pearl mascot.
When he's not from Mount Pearl.
I'm not from Mount Pearl. But I love the place. And so the Frosty Festival started. And as a sponsor, Rogers provided a host for the Cauldron Lighting, the Parade of Lights. That's the opening night. So we have a clip here that we're going to watch. I want you to talk about the clip.
Well, first of all, I would have liked to go. You could have invited me at least one night. I heard it was actually a blast.
I actually asked you what you were doing, and you said you were busy.
It was really cold that night.
It was very cold.
I didn't
it was
want to go
freezing.
outside
But look
my
at how
house.
excited all these kids are.
Okay, so is this like a parade in Mount Pearl?
Yeah, this is the Parade of Lights. They walk from O'Donnell down to St. David's Field.
I love that. It's super cute.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
I'm very, very cold.
You have a punch face.
What does that mean?
A face you kind of want to punch it when you see it.
What, so is that like you want to like squat a baby because they're so cute?
No. That's cute aggression. This is a different kind of.
You just want to punch me.
Yeah.
So if you were there,
Yes.
you would have also been frozen.
Yes.
But there were free hot dogs and hamburgers, and there were Timbits, and there was hot chocolate, and
I love
it
it.
was a really good time. And all
Mount
of the
Pearl
kids
has
were
their
so
shit
excited.
together with this
Mount
stuff.
Pearl really does, man.
So listen, can people from St. John's go to the Frosty Festival? Can people from CBS and
I
Paradise?
hosted it. I live in Brookfield Plains,
Right,
which is
that's
technically
true.
St.
That's
John's.
That's true. Is that you?
And
I thought
then-
you were gonna light it.
No. He's the chair. I call him
Okay.
Robbie McRobertson.
Okay.
His name is Robert. And there was a fire show, but
That's Susan. I went to school with Susan. She
Oh,
does
yeah?
a fabulous job. Yeah.
shout out to Susan.
Yeah, that's super cool.
This is Wonderbolt Circus, so they did a really good job.
Did anyone eat fire?
I don't know. Maybe we'll watch this and see.
I think I'd be a little bit scared that my hair or my lashes would burn.
Yeah. I mean, it probably would because
Play
there's
with
so
fire.
much
You know what they
product in it,
say?
it would just go.
See, they just moved the monitor, and now I'm like,
See, okay, let's talk about that. Okay.
I'm struggling.
So there's a monitor so that we can see what you guys are seeing.
Right.
Now, some of us want to speak directly to you, so we'll look into the camera, into your eyes.
If they just move the
Some
monitor,
more of
right?
us
Yeah.
stare constantly at the monitor because we want to see ourselves. So we literally, the monitor used to be like here, and we had to move it to here to help prevent Sam from staring at herself.
But I think the smartest thing would be to move it like behind the camera, because then I'm looking at myself and the camera at the same time.
That's true because everything is about you.
Perry, can that happen?
Okay, Scary Perry, we'll line that up next time if that's okay. All right, thanks, bro.
Awesome. Thanks.
Bye.
Love
okay,
you.
moving on.
You got a new laptop.
No, well, it's not a new lap. I've had it for a while, but
You've upgraded.
yeah, I have because like, yeah, I mean, I have it like a notepad and we're making notes and stuff, and it's not that professional, right? So I'm upgrading, sort of like Tim and Sid style,
So profesh.
right? Speaking of profesh,
Yeah.
what are you wearing?
Ooh. Well, a great friend of you and me, more.
Awkward way to say it.
Is that Melanie Jacqueline Designs created this wonderful dress that I'm wearing. I absolutely love it. I love her stuff.
It's all right. I'm joking. It looks fantastic. Mel is a really good friend of mine, and I love her to pieces.
Yeah, so I want more. So Melanie, if you're like listening right now, if you're watching this, like I want more. So let's like, give me all the hurts.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
Such good
Melanie
quality,
Jacqueline.
and just like look at this detail. Can you see? It's like a little mesh,
Oh,
and then there's
so
a nice
it is.
band here,
Jump on the Mesh Express.
which is very accentuating to the waist, and it's
Okay.
just so comfy and like cute.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
You're
Okay.
jealous, it's fine.
I am jealous. So coincidentally, I have stickers on my laptop.
Oh my God, your turn.
This is Gluttons and Drunkards.
No one knows.
A couple of friends of mine own that. That's a clothing company that
In Newfoundland?
in Newfoundland. They're local.
Okay.
And they celebrate the love of food and drink, which is such a Newfoundland thing.
How come I've
Gluttons
never
and
heard of them?
Drunkards. Well, you're about to. They're on live TV now. And this is Rogue Penguin. Rogue Penguin is a marketing company that does my real estate stuff.
I'm gonna chat with them, I think.
You really should. Well, I mean, you know Julia. You've met
I
Julia.
love Julia.
And if you watched our live Instagram video on Sam's account just before this, like we were talking to her.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They do some good shit.
Yeah.
We found out we could say shit.
Yeah, and now we can't stop saying it.
So now I've said shit 3 times.
But speaking of good shit, what did we do a little while ago? You and I.
Oh, we went to see the Mike Lynch. Was it Getting to Know Me? I think
Yeah.
it was volume 4.
Getting to know me 4. It was great.
What a fun time.
It was such a fun time.
Everyone was laughing their ass off.
He is so funny.
So funny.
I think that I don't want to insult anybody. Personal opinion, he'll be the one to go the furthest by the time his career is over. Mike Lynch will be bigger than Mark Rich. Calling it.
Oh, I'm not gonna comment.
He's so talented.
No, he is extremely talented.
And he works really, really hard.
They have different markets that they're, I think, going for, like different.
Now they are.
Yeah.
But Mike is what? Is Mike even 30? He's barely more
That's
than
what
30.
I mean. They're different. Like I think there's like different demographics that they're.
For now.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks
But I
used
mean,
to be
they're-
slapstick comedy.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean by the audience that they're appealing to.
Yeah.
In that
yeah.
sense.
Well, Mike's on in the Outhouse thing with Justin Hocko, who does the production for all the videos
Right.
and all. You did some work with the guy. Did you do
Yep.
some stuff with them?
Yeah, I
They're
did.
cool. Anyway, shout out
Yeah,
to the
super
Outhouse
fun.
and to
But
Mike
what I
Lynch
want
and
to talk
Lisa
about is
Baker.
everyone like laughed a lot,
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
hilarious.
And you can, I'm sure they take this show and they probably go on the road with it. And they do it, I think, maybe like in Corner Brook or out of
Does
somewhere.
he do Getting to Know Me in a bunch of
He
other
does. I
places?
saw
Yeah.
it. Someone put up on Instagram and he was doing it somewhere else. But what I find the funniest to me is like the things that are obviously funny are funny, but when they have to do the improv stuff, like if a mic doesn't work all of a sudden, or they've got to like just kind of like
He's so quick.
the real funny stuff
Yeah.
that you have to like just save
Yeah.
your ass.
Because if somebody writes you something, you're an actor then.
Yeah.
Your delivery is based on acting.
Yeah.
But if a mic goes dead and somebody has to come out on the stage into the
It's like
middle of the skit and replace the
impromptu,
batteries.
yeah.
And Mike is in character and he's like, that's $100 off your check, buddy.
That was so funny.
Mike, you're hilarious.
And he's like, how are you gonna do that now? You got a mic in your hand. How are you gonna do the rest of that? Like, oh my God.
Can you do the rest of the show in your skeet voice?
Was that good? We have bonds? Got smoke?
Little more nasal.
Gonna be a pinch?
What? Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Let's talk about Valentine's
I
Day.
think I wore this because it's very Valentine's Day.
I could have though. I could have.
Yeah.
I have a Rogers coat over there. I can go put it on. It's bright red.
I want a Rogers coat though. So.
Listen,
Anyway.
I had to punch a lot of hours to get this Rogers
Well,
coat.
I'm the face of the brand. No, just kidding.
Wow.
I don't know.
Can we move on? Because so far it's too much of you talking. That's because of Suzette saying to interrupt me more.
Suzette, you have empowered me to be a better woman.
Stop. Valentine's Day. Is
Right.
it foolishness?
Did you just say
or is it-
Valentine's Day?
Oh, do you want to elaborate?
So, if you say Valentine's Day, there's a special place for you, and it's not here.
What?
Don't say Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day.
You know what? I
That
have another example
drives
of that. When I was in university, like I paid my way through university by working at the mall. I worked at Tip Top. And people used to say to me, "You still working at Tip Tops?" I'm like, "There's no guy named Tip Top that owns it. It's just called Tip Top."
Like Kent's. People say Kent's.
It's not. It's just Kent.
It is just Kent.
Right?
Just so you know.
But this is Sam's show, and everybody knows it.
Thank you.
So the wine bar, Cork. Have you been there?
Do you know what? I have not.
Okay, we're gonna go
Okay.
because it's great.
Okay. So like food and alcohol, or is it just
It's just booze.
booze? So it's like a bar.
It's a bar,
Just bar.
but it's a wine bar. So they got this huge selection of wine. Now they've got drinks and some beer and on tap and in coolers and stuff. But it's a wine bar and it's classy. So I like it. Maybe you wouldn't.
Oh my God, Perry.
I'm sorry. You interrupt me so much.
I'm way more sophisticated than you are.
You know what? You probably are.
No, I
And
think
do-
we're probably equal.
Yeah, but I am going to say something to people. Because Sam is so pretty and like flirty and like that's her style, people, I think, underestimate your intelligence on account of that, and that's
I'm
not fair.
super smart.
You are.
I know.
You're almost as smart as you are pretty, right? Is that what you think?
No, I'm just as smart and pretty. I don't know.
You don't know which one is better. There could be young women watching this
I
who are like
think-
12 years old and need to know.
You're pretty and you're smart, and not one or the other is not more important.
And you're powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I
Wine bar.
So I do. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do affirmations with my little girl.
I like that.
I am beautiful. I'm strong. I'm smart.
I don't like
I'm
starting
funny.
out with I am beautiful. For some reason, the first one, and I'm not saying that you do, you just rhymed them off now, right? But I think it's like you are powerful. That's a really
Yeah.
good one. You
I'm
are
strong.
smart.
I
I'm
am
strong,
loved.
brave. I'm loved.
I'm worthy. I deserve good things.
Yeah,
stuff.
those are the.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Exactly.
Because you can't identify yourself with your looks because they will go away. So that's all you've got, girlfriend. Instagram model, bam. Oh my God, I broke my mic. It's fine.
I think we can still
Which
hear
worked.
you. It'll be fine.
But if you just rely on your looks and Instagram, it's not gonna last forever unless you make like millions of dollars and bank it and just let it, you know.
Or unless you find a partner who's a really engaging television personality that you could leech off of until you build your brand. Like that would be also a good plan if anybody was in that situation. I'm
Right.
just, not that anybody here is.
You said that so fast. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the sentence. I'm
Okay,
like,
let's move on.
what?
Corked wine
Okay,
bar.
Yes.
They're having, this is because Valentine's Day is coming up. It's in 2 days. This is
Keep thinking
Wednesday.
you're saying Valentine's Day. Just,
I'm not.
Okay.
Valentine's Day. Times.
That's your punch face.
Anyway, they have singles nights
Oh, that's fun.
that you register for ahead of time, and you get a drink and you meet people. And I don't know exactly what the layout of it is, like how they organize it. But Tara Lehman, who is the love diva, she writes columns, she talks about it. She's a relationship coach.
Cool.
And I don't want to speak out of term, but she may be a sex and relationship coach. I'm not 100%, but Tara is great.
Kind of goes hand in hand, maybe, depending on the
Hand
relationship.
in hand, or like.
Don't do it.
Okay. Anyway, so Tara reached out, and we're going to do a story for Out of the Fog on it, and we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to go to the singles night.
Cool.
I'm going to document it. I'm going to go through the process,
Yeah.
meet some people, but the issue I have is that she told me I need to bring another dude.
So why is that an issue? Can't find another dude?
Well, honestly, like I'm not that long separated. All of my buddies are mostly married.
Yeah.
So this is super weird. I need a single guy to go out with.
This is so fun.
There's registration, but your fee will be comped. And it's a singles night. You'll meet lots of
So
single
Jason
ladies.
needs a wingman.
Well, I'm going to be someone else's wingman. I don't necessarily need to be out meeting and dating people. There's people in my life I care a great deal about, and I don't necessarily need to be. What? Oh, is that you?
No.
Okay, cool. So, I need. So you got somebody? You got a buddy who can wants to go out for a night?
I'll filter through my buds.
Yeah,
See
cool.
if I got someone. But I think
Preferably less attractive than me.
Okay, yeah. But again, you're not looking for anything, right? But listen, I heard though she's having some trouble getting some dudes out there.
Yeah, I don't get it. How come guys won't go to a singles night, but they'll send penis portraits?
Good question.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
That's a good question.
Seriously, right?
Because I guess if they just send a photo, it's like, let's cut to the point, and like that's the worst thing ever. But I guess people don't want to put the work in anymore.
Is that what it is? They're lazy?
Yeah, I think so.
Lazy.
Social media.
You're lazy. So if you have ever sent a penis portrait, unless it was requested, I do not want you to be the guy who comes to court with me because
yeah, we could talk about this so
much,
much, and it's just so wrong. So we know we are so against it.
I was going to interview a guy one time on Out of the Fog, and I told a friend of mine that that's who I was interviewing, and she screenshotted me a conversation she had with him, and I called and I canceled immediately because I will not push.
No, you don't want to give someone like that a platform.
Nope. Don't care.
Because, you know.
I got a little fired up there.
It's fine.
I bet my mom
felt
is
it, but
proud of me
I
right
let it
now.
happen. I did not interrupt you then.
I bet my mom is proud of me right now. Love you, Mom.
So proud.
Harold and Agnes.
Okay, so you're gonna go to this event and you're gonna have fun. So hopefully
Yeah.
that works out. I'm
I think it'd be a
cheating.
good
I'm
time.
looking at your notes.
Oh, you're looking at my notes. Oh, would you just like to? Do you want to go ahead? Do you want to hear it?
No, I get
This is what
nervous.
we ju-
I'm too nervous.
Okay. So I do hold some value, is what you're saying. Before the top of the show, I went to get Sam and I water, and I walked out, and I just snuck back in real quietly because she was talking.
I knew you were there.
No, you didn't. You didn't. She was talking to Scary Perry, and she was saying how she didn't need me. This is literally, and if you go, you're gonna post it to Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam,
I don't know if I recorded that.
Jason Unfiltered on Instagram. It'll probably be posted there eventually. Anyway, so she was saying that she didn't need me, so I just stood there and I waited for her to turn, and I was like, "Are you done?" And I said, "Okay, how about we do this? Just as a gag, at the start of the show, I won't be here, and then you got to start, and then I'll walk in."
It gives me anxiety.
Look how uncomfortable you are.
It gives me anxiety to think about.
So
But I
can
can
you-
totally handle it.
Can you at least say something nice about me?
You do. You help me out. Like I don't write the notes.
I help you out?
Yeah.
We're a team,
What-
Sam. This is a partnership.
Yeah, so you're 50% of what makes this work, and I'm the other half. Okay? That's
Okay.
like a compliment.
Deal.
Do you like my handshake?
You do have a pretty good handshake,
know.
though.
I'm in
Handshakes are valuable.
I'm in
Okay.
business.
Let's move on to when you called me the other night
Yeah.
to plan what we were going to talk about on this show.
When I was in the tub. I do all my work in the tub.
And what else were you doing?
I shave my legs. I shave my armpits. I was like, hang on, I gotta shave my armpits.
So we're on the phone and we're talking about this show, and it's a weird echoey sound, and it's like sloshy sort of. So I'm like, "What are you at?" She said, "Oh, I'm in the tub." Like, this is like a business call, and you're shaving your legs and you're shaving your armpits, and then you start telling me about an appointment you had recently. You want to tell our fans here?
So it's called Amera Body Sugaring. We've done a lot of plugs this episode, and we're not trying to.
We're not getting paid,
Yeah, like at all.
but I mean, if you want to pay us, just like tell us.
No problem.
And I'll plug your stupid little business for sure.
Oh my God, no one is going to.
Continue. Talk about Mara, whatever it is.
Amera Body Sugaring is basically you melt a little ball of sugar and then you use the ball of sugar just like you would with wax for a Brazilian or any of that stuff. And then you use this ball of wax to remove all the hair in like your Brazilian area. And it stays like a baby's bottom for like 5 weeks. And it's great. But it hurts like a mother.
Yeah, I bet it
mother
does. That's enough.
Yeah, we have that.
So I had somebody say to me that there's this thing that women do called dolphin mode.
I hate it already.
So if you're now, there's a couple of people who I know who I used to work with, who they're young, empowered women. There's zero judgment here whatsoever.
Right.
Young, empowered, single women who identify, who are comfortable with their sexual identity. They know what they want out of life, and they're willing to go get it. So they have this thing they call dolphin mode, which means basically from the neck down, they go full hairless, smooth and sleek like a dolphin. And when they're in, what was that? You're trying to be proper because we're talking about. And when they're in dolphin mode, do you know what dolphin mode is for? What? Are you choking?
No, it's a dolphin.
No, that's not a dolphin.
You do your dolphin. Remember the elephant you were gonna do? This is your time.
But I do a good elephant. I don't do a dolphin. I feel like with a dolphin and just flip, 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 flip. Yeah, so
I'm so surprised we like keep doing this show.
Dolphin mode is for when you're ready to roll.
I don't like that. I think dolphin mode is for you, for the woman to feel nice and smooth
Love it.
and silky,
Love it.
and for myself.
Yeah. So
Ain't nobody getting up in my dolphin mode.
So when you're not feeling necessarily good about yourself,
Right.
Will you spend extra time making yourself look good so that you feel good?
100%.
And you do that. See, that's the thing.
That's
I
my
think people
life.
get
That's
wrong.
my industry. It's not
So
for
you're
everybody
pretty,
else.
so you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For myself, because then I can go around doing everything I need to do with my fresh brows or my fresh hair or my fresh nails or my fresh dolphin mode, and I feel great about everything that I'm doing. If it's going to the grocery store, if it's running to my friends, going to the bank, or you're going to a show, and then
So is that
great.
something that you do? Like if you're having like a bad mental health day, week, month, whatever, will you go get yourself fixed up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was when the like the stock market crashed or the housing market crashed in the States in like the 80s. Was it the 80s when the stock market completely?
Well, I mean, it's happened a few times,
Okay,
but
well,
as recent as like 10 years ago.
Okay, so I think it was before that, the time before that.
Happens every 7 to 10 years.
So women, what happens is actually the beauty industry kind of spikes because everyone's feeling really crappy about themselves and they have some disposable income. And that disposable income that they do have goes towards making themselves feel better. Because, honey, if we feel good, the world is better. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Not that time.
That's why I just love the beauty industry so much. I love it so much.
So speaking of times that are tough and
Right.
how people respond to it, I guess, I mean, this is a little off of the type of stuff we normally talk about, but this is why we moved them on.
Sorry.
Can you just, can you pay attention to our audience?
I'm still trying to get used to not having my hair.
They're here to see you. So our premier and one of our MPs, Seamus O'Regan, and of course Dwight Ball, did a public announcement a little while ago about how the financing for Muskrat Falls and through Nalcor had been restructured with assistance or a commitment to restructuring with assistance from the federal government.
Right.
I would like your thoughts on this.
Okay, so when you mentioned this to me earlier, you were like, yeah, did you hear about the Muskrat Falls thing? And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of sick of hearing about it. And then I said, yeah, they're going to just charge us more for our electricity, our heat, and our light. And you said, no, actually, they came out with this inquiry or this new plan that they are going to restructure the spike in prices and try and find a better way.
Yeah.
And I said, I think that's a conspiracy. I don't think
so. The plan here is that the federal government will essentially refinance the money that we owe for Muskrat Falls as a province on more favorable terms that makes the project sustainable over a longer period of time.
Okay, so they're going to stretch it out a longer period of time and make the payments less.
But it's not announced exactly what's happening, but the plan is a financial restructure that allows everything to be sustainable. You think it's a conspiracy?
I do. I don't think that we could handle it right now after Stormageddon and the mental effect it has taken. Not to mention that it's the winter, and winter makes everybody feel
I
crappy.
follow you now. You're saying that this announcement was made because
that we don't
we've got
wanna
enough.
lose it.
So we've got enough going on right now. We need a little good news.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna make fun of you, but I think you're like right.
Oh.
You are. So you want to know my thoughts on it?
Sure.
I think basically what this is that like you've got like this, 46-year-old son who still lives in your basement and doesn't have a job, but he's racked up a bunch of credit card debt buying video games online, and instead of helping him do anything with his life and get better, you just paid off all of his debt and nobody learned anything.
That's what you think is going to happen?
Basically, they're going to take all
Okay,
of
so
our debt
who's
away.
the kid in the basement and who's paying all the debt?
Mom and dad are the federal government.
We're
Our province is the guy that needs to get his crap together.
Okay, so the federal government's going to pay the deficit or the spike? Like they're going to pay for it?
Maybe next time I have something
We
like
are
this
gonna
to
pay
talk
for
about,
it.
I'm going to get you to read about it first.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
You said how smart I was. I'm talking about how smart I was.
Mostly making fun. Okay, so we only got a couple of minutes left. There's something that I thought would be interesting to talk about because you brought up conspiracies.
Right.
Apple got this massive fine because they intentionally slow down older phones. Now, I have a Samsung, so it didn't happen to me. But would you have anything to say about that?
I'm not surprised. I feel like they've been doing that for a long time.
Straight from the mouth of Sam Picco. At SAMPICO.
My followers are going down, actually.
Are they really? Why?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because you're doing live videos with me.
Probably. It's probably
It
your
could
fault.
very well be.
I think what happens is when you get up there, then you know how there's a lot of fake Instagram accounts? I think they just start
They
to kind
dwindle?
of dwindle off. Yeah.
Yeah, because you see
I
a
would
lot of the
hate to
same
think people
right?
are hitting unfollow on me. So I'm going to use a defense
They're not
mechanism.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
inactive
real
accounts
people,
and
'cause
stuff like that.
Real people would never do that.
Okay, so last thing I want to talk about, real quick, because we got like less than a minute.
Okay.
Southland wants to like move to Mount Pearl. Did you hear about this?
I did. I find it very interesting.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not in Mount Pearl a lot. I'm not in Southlands a lot. I don't get to hear from the people that much.
I think it should happen. And I think that Brookfield Plains, where I live, should also be Mount Pearl. It's ridiculous that it's not.
Of course you want it to be Mount Pearl.
But it doesn't even make any sense.
I'm so sick of you talking about Mount Pearl.
Fine, it's over. Sorry, I tried Mayor
Bye.
Dave. Yeah. Okay, no more Mount Pearl. Okay,
We're done with that.
you got like 15 seconds. Is there anything funny or
Is there
charming that you
vodka
want to
in
say?
this?
Is there vodka in that? No, it's
there's
probably
not.
green tea knowing you.
Stay tuned for next week.
That's all you have to say?
Well, what else do you want me to say? I'm smart.
You are smart. You bring more than looks. See you next time.